Hello everyone, my name is Nina Fickett and I am a mixed media artist, and today I'll be working with the mixed media journal in the 6x9 and 6x6 size along with the Monoprint plate. Specifically, I'm going to be working on the interior pages of these journal kits. When you're first getting your Monoprint plate out to use, you will need to remove the film that is on the surface of the front and back of the plate. You just peel that off. Once that's removed, you'll notice that the plate is now clear. For my printing, I will be using some bright colors of acrylic paint that I'm going to build up onto the pages of the mixed media journal kit. I'll be applying paint to the surface of the plate using a brayer. So now that I've built up some initial layers of bright colors, I'm coming in with white and this UmWow Studio mask. I'm going to pull away the paint through the stencil using a baby wipe and then come in and do some buildup of the layer of white. I'm going to repeat that same method using the acrylic paint in black. Here I'm applying the paint directly onto the stencil with my brayer and then using that stencil to put the shape onto the front of my pages. Next, I'm going to pull up some of the residual paint that has been left on the plate using some rice paper. And I found that if I added a spritz of water over the plate, let it sit for a minute or two, I could get nice color coming up off the plate onto that rice paper. So now that I've got some additional, excess color kind of pulled up and onto some additional papers that I can use with these pages, using that plate, I'm going to put down some watercolor in golds. These are all metallics, and I'm going to put them down onto the plate and press my pages into the plate and adding a little bit of a shimmer layer to the pages. And just like I did with the leftover paint on the plate, the leftover watercolor, I am going to spritz with water and pull up with those papers. And for an additional layer, I'm going to come in with these solid markers. Now, these are oil paint markers. It doesn't necessarily need to be your last layer, but you just need to know that once these have cured, on the surface, they will resist any water-soluble items that you add to the surface. So I've gotten out my fluorescent pink, my fluorescent orange, and a white, and I'm going to use those in different areas to accentuate some of the marks that have been made using that Monoprint plate. And I'm coming in with yet another layer using some spray paint through the stencil in black as well as white. And now that I've got the layers of color and mark done on these pages, I'm going to come back in with the papers that I also pulled off of the Monoprint plate, and I am going to start to do some work with the pages and adding some of those layers onto the pages here. And this is such a good example of what a diverse substrate the mixed media journal kits are. And now that that extra paper I created is cut out, I'm going to go ahead and sew that to the back of one of these clear pages. And on one of these 6x9 pages, I'm going to fold up from the bottom, creating a 6x6 page, and sew the sides and create a pocket. On this next page, I'm going to use some Grafix double tack mounting film to adhere a part of the papers that I had printed as well using the Monoprint plate onto the back of one of the 6x6 clear pages. This double tack mounting film is awesome for clear pages or even translucent items that you're going to adhere to things. They're nearly invisible. And this concludes the making of the pages from the mixed media journal using both the 6x9 and 6x6 size. Next time we meet, we will be working on the covers from the kit.